Caring for the environment is a simple matter. Handling the environment is just a matter of balancing safety precautions and replenishment. If a business wants to use part of the environment, our environment for profit, the government must see to it that the business has proper precautions in place. Oil companies should have a proper capping mechanism before they're allowed to drill, and mining operators should have very strict guidelines for preserving surrounding nature, and they should be responsible for nature's recovery. Nature needs to be returned to its original condition after any intrusion. These businesses should be obligated to plant new trees, recover habitats, and reintroduce any lost animals. If a coal company is going to raise a mountain, then yes, they need to put the mountain back. Although it is for their sake also, lumber companies are required to replenish. This same sort of measure should be required for all businesses that make use of land for collection of resources, whether they are replenishable or not. Requiring minimal intrusion to the surrounding areas during use and requiring reparations after use is sensible. We should require balance, precaution, and replenishment from the farmer to the coal miner. The solution with regard to business and natural resources is a simple one: extreme safety and conservatory precautions along with precautionary safety measures while allowing businesses to provide natural resources to the masses. The lack of responsible concern for the people and nature first is the reason that government officials do not see past the financial gain and do not take into account problems that may arise. In our modern governmental system, businesses, private financial gain, and politician careers are put ahead of the public or nature's well-being. This is true on either side of the aisle. It is that simple. If a business was truly removed from government and the government's order of business was for the people first, we would have access to natural resources, but we'd also have proper checks in place to alleviate possible environmental concerns, and we would have complete reparations to that land. Another thing that we should do for the environmental conservation is to create more and larger areas that are dedicated to nature. Borders to nature that are strict as straight borders. Borders between nature and man that cannot be overrun by politicians wanting to make extra money for the state or for a private interest. This is the largest and most important of green things to conserve, the land itself. More land for nature should be created that is off limits for development, and not just for the time being, permanently. This is also something we can all agree upon. Hunters and vegetarians alike can agree that we need to preserve vast regions of land to let nature be nature. Again, just like all things in nature, problems with the meat industry is a question of balance. There is a large amount of environmental damage directly caused by the industries connected to the meat production. These industries put animal waste in the ground and in the water. They put methane gas into the air and wipe out land for grazing. The problem is a lack of reparations by these industries. We would see a vast improvement in the environment, both land and air, and we would see an improvement in the health of our people if our government put environmental protections and the citizens ahead of big business. Our current Environmental Protection Agency works for big business, not for people. It should work for nature and for the people. A person can hunt, but still balance those ideals with nature and the environment. Avid hunters give back by supporting habitat causes and supporting habitat controls. It can be a spiritual and grateful attitude towards nature. Give to nature and she will give back. A hunter can support nature in a positive way, but still hunt. Many hunters do more to sustain the natural areas than their don't kill the animal detractors. Where we still continue to fail with the subject of protecting and repairing the environment is with a lack of conservation of predators. The systems of nature may put the predator at the top, but by this same system, predators are also naturally the fewest in numbers. This, combined with mankind, many predators are near extinction. When a citizen gets attacked by a wild animal, the public blames animal and nature. If we are to live close to nature, we must be prepared and be prepared to take losses if the preparation isn't good enough. This is how people live in other places. On the Galapagos Islands, for example, citizens live close with nature. The animals run free, and if a life is lost, they continue on. Some environments are very unique to the world, and humans must find elsewhere to live. To preserve the environment, we only need an understanding of balance of living with nature and not against it. If we are going to push into nature's territories, we must strive to live and work with nature. There is a slow degradation of the wonders and beauty of the Americas. This degradation is coming from the hands of politicians, big business, and lack of politician and public integrity and foresight. The human spirit needs places where nature has not been rearranged by the hand of man. You have to save the habitat, you have to save the population, not individual animals. What you want to save is the foundation, the basic infrastructure from which resources are produced. You cannot save Fifi and Boo Boo and Thumper. It is horrifying that we have to fight our own government to save the environment. The only way to save a rhinoceros is to save the environment in which it lives, because there is a mutual dependency between it and millions of other species of both animals and plants. What we've proven is that you can protect the environment, use it wisely, and grow the economy, and that there is no conflict between the two.